Hello folks, thanks for clicking on another video. Sorry, I should bring you a bit closer, but want you to see a few things, so that's probably close enough. Preparation for my upcoming 4-day trip on the upper Noosa River. Not taking the kayak that I used in the last trip. I will put a photograph of the one I used last time, either up here or right there in the middle. The one I used last time is the Pro Angler. It's a Hobie PA14, 14 foot, has a 272 kilo payload, and you can really load it up with all your creature comforts. Travelling a little bit lighter this time, taking my Revo 13. It's also a Hobie. Needs a good clean up, and I'm just in the process of replacing a few bits, such as handles. These, get that to focus there. Previous house, they were all kept undercover on the trailer, but in this house for the last 3 years, the trailer sat out in the yard, and things perish. So I've replaced the handles front and rear. I've actually put 2 on the front, because if I fish off the beach, which I haven't done in years to be honest, I like to have 2 handles behind me to drag it up the beach, because it's usually a bit of an incline. So I've replaced those. Also replaced the seal on the front hatch. Don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe just almost out of shot. But yeah, this one was falling apart. You could probably silicone it back together, but they're not that dear. So I just put a new one on. So that's the front hatch seal replaced. The handles replaced. I've got to give it a good clean. I've got to replace all this 8mm bungee cord, because there's no stretch left in it. So there's these paddle straps on the side. There's not much stretch left in those at all. Same as the other side, and this on the back pretty much had it. That's what you tie your load down with. Won't be able to take quite as much weight on this kayak, but I still plan on being fairly comfortable. I'm not going to rough it on this trip by any means. And I'll be taking a tent that I bought just on the off chance that my wife one day comes on an overnight hike with me. She won't do mozzie net under a tarp, so I've got a small tent. So this will be the first time I've used that. I can't remember the brand, but you'll see it in the video up on the river. So what else? Yeah, a couple of new things from Alton Goods. Oh, I bought some new, backtrack a bit. I bought some new fins for the Hobies, have flippers underneath, and I'm getting a bit sad. I have bought an entire new pedal system for it, but up the river there, there's quite a few submerged logs. I don't want to destroy a new set of pedals, so I'll just throw these new flippers on the old pedals. So that's another thing to been replaced. Yeah, a couple of new things from Alton Goods. Purchased recently. Alton Goods is a little Australian business. I like giving small business a plug, and it's there were 2 different size bags. They're quite well made. They're 1000 denier, I believe, and there's a bit of a, I don't know, some sort of waxy waterproof kind of coating on the inside. So I'd say you'd be fairly safe in a shower with these, but not for submersion or anything like that. I will be putting it, when it goes in the backpack, it will be going in a waterproof dry bag anyway. Wasn't sure what I was going to use these for originally. You would have seen photographs of these on my Facebook page if you were on there. So there's that one there. This tiny little one looks bigger in the pictures on the website. I didn't pay much attention to measurements, and I thought, well, what am I going to use that for? And it turned out to be absolutely perfect for all my various USB cables, for the GoPro, for the Canon, which you're on at the moment. So yeah, it's a perfect size for all my little cords, and so that just stays in here. Also in here I have my GoPro and the little tripod that came with it. I have the head strap for the GoPro. I also have a spare battery for the GoPro, There's a little Manfrotto. That's a grip for the phone. If I take it out of the case, I can use that. That will just fit my phone in it, and I can put that on a little Gorilla Pod and wrap it around a tree or something. Recently purchased a USB charger for the Canon camera, which you're on at the moment. I can charge 2 batteries at the same time. This is an aftermarket battery I bought. The charger that came with it's only plug in the wall type, so I've got this USB type so that I can charge the batteries out in the field, because these batteries are the same capacity as the genuine Canon, which is in the camera now, but they're not known for their longevity, so I really needed to have either more batteries or some way to charge them. So that's in there as well. Also, this Signet 20,000 milliamp battery pack. I've shown you that in one of my equipment videos, and this is brilliant. Even my scanner, when I'm out delivering parcels at work, if the scanner's running low on batteries, I can use that to charge that as well. So that's, at the moment, what I'm keeping in here is basically all things camera and charging, I guess. And I think at a pinch that Canon M50 might actually fit in here too, but I do have a proper case for it. Also going in there will be the Rode microphones, which go in that little pouch, and the lav mic, which is currently on my shirt here. They also go in there, plus the 2 little caterpillars that you can fit on the microphones. Now, a couple of things I wanted to show for Christmas that I got. I already had this old imitation Leatherman that my mum and dad bought me years ago, and it's not bad, but yeah, it's certainly not a Leatherman. It also comes with screwdriver bits. Don't know why you'd need those out in the bush anyway, but that's what I was going to take with me if I take something other than a knife. I did see on a Facebook advert, I don't know if you're familiar with Kinchrome tools. I don't know if they're just Australian or a worldwide thing. This really nice little knife, sharp enough to shave with. It's a locking blade, so you can't fold it up unless you release it. And it's not spring loaded, it's just the pressure you have to put on that to get it past the cam. Makes it appear a bit like a flick knife, but it's actually not. It's just quite loose. But that is a really nice little backup knife. As well as my bushcraft knife, I'll probably take that as well. So that was one of the things. My wife and I buy each other presents for Christmas, like surprises that we don't know about, but also we get each other something that we've asked for. That was one of the things I asked for. One of the other things I asked for that looked quite good on the internet was Kinchrome's version of a Leatherman, and it is a really nice piece of gear. I won't be taking this up with me. Yeah, it's a really nice bit of gear. It's got quite a few things that open and shut, as you can expect, but that's even heavier than my cheap and nasty one, so I'll use it around the house. I won't be taking that with me. Doesn't even belong in this video really, but I'm just killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So yeah, I'll be taking that knife for sure. And I'll probably take, well, seeing as how I'm in the kayak, maybe I will take that, because weight's not so much of an issue. It's not all going in a backpack. The weight limit on this one, I can't even remember what the weight limit on this one is. My weight has certainly increased since I bought it. But yeah, I'll be taking a small esky. I will be taking freeze-dried food, but I'll also take some fresh food. It's a national park, so there's no fires allowed, although I might inquire about a self-contained cob cooker that runs on heat beads. I'd really like to take that and cook something on that. Anyway, that's probably about it for this video. Yes, I've just got to give this a good clean up and replace some of the bungee cords. I do have a GPS chart plotter sounder that goes on this, but that's on loan to a mate who's also got my big pro angler kayak, and to be honest, all the wiring is pretty much had it, so I'm probably going to have to replace it anyway. So yeah, 4 days on the river, looking forward to it. I've forgotten the dates I'm going, but my wife's just started 2 weeks off, and then she's got this week off. I've got to work next week, and then I've got 2 weeks off, so we've got 1 week overlap in the middle. We'll both go and do a camp somewhere, and then the second week when she's back at work, I'll do this Noosa River trip, and also maybe a couple of bush trips and tarp and mozzie net type trips. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for the Noosa River video. I'll put a link in the description for a video that was on my personal channel, not my bushcraft channel, and it's one I did 5 years ago with a friend of mine. I'm pretty sure I've already linked it at one point, but I think it's worth a watch. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.